going on there, guys? We back with another one. And today we got to talk about the MVP award and what Boogie Cousins had to say about it. Now, Boogie Cousins, is one of the best centers in the league during his top years, in Sacramento. And he also had a good season with the New Orleans Pelicans when he was paired with Anthony Davis and Rajon Rondo. He had an interesting take on the MVP and Jokic potentially winning a third straight MVP. And the reason I bring this up is due to the fact that the last couple months, it's been a hot topic. Like, does Jokic deserve it? Is he hunting triple doubles, as Kendrick Perkins says? And I've seen Jokic hunt triple doubles, taking less shots, making sure he gets the assists and rebounds, because the points are going to stay where they're at anyway. But I've seen him do it a few times, hunt those things down. And so Kendrick Perkins is absolutely right, that he's hunting them down. And JJ Redick also clapped back at Kendrick Perkins when saying race doesn't play a factor. But you have to look. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, several other of the top players, Kobe, all these guys have never won 3 back-to-back. So Boogie has an interesting take on it, and I'm going to let you hear what he had to say, and then I'll be back with my commentary. Check it out.
I'm not okay with it being 3 MVPs in a row because it then becomes a conversation of, is this the best basketball player to ever touch a basketball? And I think we can all agree on that and say it's not. Not saying he can't be, not saying he doesn't deserve more down the road, but at this stage in his career, I'm not okay with saying that. He hasn't won anything. He hasn't been to a final. Like, it's a lot of things still in play for that. So that's my only concern. And now we're in the conversation. At this point, he's the best center of all time.
Well, he's going
with 3 in a row?
Yeah, 3 in a row.
Can he dominate? We're putting him over the likes of Shaquille O'Neal, Hakeem Olajuwon, Tim Duncan, and it's just like Wilt Chamberlain's. Like, that's a tough conversation to have because we've seen what these guys have done. We've seen how their careers have panned out. So can we sit here and say right now, today, that Jokic, not only the best big to ever play, but the best basketball player to ever touch a ball with 3 MVPs in a row? And I'm not comfortable saying that. I'm just not comfortable saying that.
I had to give a round of applause to Boogie for that, because I don't think people know what some of these accomplishments mean when players, if you get 3 MVPs in a row, can you just be a guy that's never even won a conference finals? Is that even possible? Even though it's a regular season award, don't get me wrong. Yes, the award is for the regular season, but it comes a point where, okay, we've seen this before. We've seen you do this before, even with his triple doubles. I ain't even saying he shouldn't win it this year. That's not even what I'm saying. I'm saying that one of these 3 years back to back, last year. So if Embiid would have won it last year, we wouldn't be having this discussion about him possibly winning it this year. You see what I'm saying? Because at some point, the expectation becomes championship. So if Giannis has had the seasons he's had, and he hasn't won 2 or 3 in a row. Now, if Giannis would have won 3 regular season MVPs in a row, we say, yeah. Because what we can look at with Giannis is he dominates on the offensive end and he dominates on the defensive end. Offensively, it may not be aesthetically pleasing all the time. Yes, he may take bad jump shots sometimes, or threes that he shouldn't take, but he's effort on both ends. We have images of Giannis blocking Ayton's alley-oop in the playoffs to help save the game and eventually leading them to an NBA championship. We have these images of Giannis being so dominant, and he's reached that next level. So let me get back on Jokic, though. What they're going to do with him in pick and roll, if you don't believe me, I mean, I know some of y'all know the game and y'all have seen it, and I ain't saying others don't. I just want you to pay attention to something for me. Watch what they do with him in high ball screen situations in the playoffs. Who they got in the first round? All right, perfect example. If they end up getting Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the first round, I ain't saying that, like, they don't have a center that can guard Jokic, so they should beat them. But watch what Shai does to him in high ball screens. Even Jalen Williams or Giddey, but specifically Jalen Williams and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Watch, if they get that 8th seed in the West, watch what happens in high ball screens. Because they always hunt Jokic in that. Jokic either plays too far back and gives good mid-range shooters jump shots, or they just take it right to him because they're not worried about his threat as a shot blocker. And I'm not sure we could give 3 MVPs in a row to someone who doesn't bring it on both ends. Like I said, that's why Embiid should have got it last year. And I'll say this. No one should get back-to-back if they not NBA championship level guys. You know what I'm saying? Or they ain't getting to the finals or something like that. You know, back-to-back is such elite company. Like, Nash should have never got back-to-back with Shaq in the league, with Kobe in the league. What? No, he should have never got it either. Back-to-back is tough, and that's too many for him, you know, consecutive. If this year was his second one, okay, we could just let it be that. But nah, man, I just can't agree with that. And I agree with Boogie Cousins. You know, you're putting him in elite company. You're putting him as a GOAT with 3 regular season MVPs. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you're not putting him as the GOAT, you're putting him as a GOAT center of all time. So tell me this, where would you rank Jokic? Tell me this in the comments now. Where would you rank Jokic just among the centers of all time? Better than Hakeem? No. Better than Shaq? No. Better than Kareem? No. Better than Wilt? No. You can't put him over Russell. I wouldn't put him over Embiid all time, and Embiid hasn't really got to a conference finals. Hasn't won the conference finals either, but I can't put him over him. Can't put him over Ewing. Can't put him over David Robinson. You know, like, I could keep going, and this is just the obvious ones and ones I've seen in my lifetime. Not to take nothing away from Jokic. I just know what defensive centers mean to the fabric of the identity of the team. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you agree with Boogie Cousins? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.